Welcome. Welcome to the Friday, May 22nd edition of the vlog. Behind me is a virtual background that I've never used before because I don't usually like virtual backgrounds, but I saw this picture from my co-college, co-hawk friend Jessica, currently in Morocco, and I love this sunset picture enough that I had to share it, but it doesn't really work as a virtual picture because at the center of the picture is what makes you know where she is at. In America, we typically call this city Marrakesh, but when I was there, I learned from my Moroccan friend that they call it Marrakesh. So, yeah. Once I learned that Kiev is not pronounced Kiev when I was in Ukraine, it's hard for me to hear Kiev anymore. And now that I know that this is supposed to be pronounced Marrakesh, it's hard for me to call it Marrakesh. Anyhow, for this video, I'm going to leave the virtual background, even though the singular thing that makes you know you're there is this tower, the only tall building in the entire beautiful city. You know you're in Marrakesh. This is going to be a short video because the gods have dumped way too much stuff on me in a 48-hour period. The S1, the prospectus that of SpaceX dropped, and the DNC, Democratic National Committee autopsy also dropped. Combined, it's like 400 pages of material. One is comically funny. That's the S1 from SpaceX. It's comically funny because it's so unbelievably over the top. We love Elon. We are hemorrhaging money. As one analyst called it, it is a money furnace. Um, so comically, although it's not so comical because the Nasdaq has changed rules, and every one of you who has a 401k, we're all going to be invested in SpaceX whether we want to or not. Because index funds automatically, they're going to put it in the index, they're going to put it in the Nasdaq 100. And because the Nasdaq has changed the rules, we're all going to be invested in SpaceX, even though the valuation makes no sense whatsoever. But yeah, let that go. The DNC autopsy, wow, wow. This makes me as a Democrat unbelievably angry because part of what I do for a living is read AI slop from students. Students, this I've never had a student hand in something as bad as the DNC autopsy is. So I hope to do a special video highlighting some of the things that I find the craziest about it because it's unbelievable how bad it is. Um, that plus, Survivor final season, Stephen Colbert's final episode. There are some things I've actually wanted to watch on the TV. So yeah, I didn't have time to produce a magical. You got 17 minutes yesterday, so if you're dying for content from me, just go back and watch yesterday. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, oh, there is one thing I need to talk about. The president keeps liking using the analogy of cards and that he holds all the cards. Well, I do play poker, and let's just make it clear, the IRGC has called the president's bluff. They have flat out said that they're not handing over their uranium. Well, Mr. President, what do you plan to do about that? Are you going to do a full-scale invasion? Because that's what it would take to get it out now. Hmm. And then your war of choice can become even more unpopular because nobody in America wants that. And you know that deep down inside. So you keep saying you hold all the cards. So far, all you've proven to me is that I really wish I could play poker with you because you suck at the game.